For more than 40 years, Leone Meadows Camp in Grizzly Flats, California, has served thousands of people who come to enjoy the nearly 1,000 acres of pristine forest, as well as a myriad of nature-focused activities.
We do everything. We ride horses and go-karts. We bring in churches and youth groups, pathfinders, camping groups. We even did a single-track motorcycle race here at the camp. I've done that a couple of times, kind of neat. So we bring in community groups like the Fire Safe Council for Grizzly Flats comes and is part of they use our facility. And so we're not just for Adventists, we're for people in general, and we just love it when they come and see how special this place is and the ministry that goes on here at camp.
Craig Heinrich has served as executive director of the camp for the last 18 years, but his involvement started as a member of the camp staff 30 years ago. He is in love with the beauty of the setting, but is even more passionate about the ministry that happens on these grounds.
Yeah, all those things, horses, swimming pool, go-karts, archery, zip lines, challenge course, all of the things that we do. Those are all just tools. They're tools to bring kids to a point where they can realize that life is better, life is more interesting when Jesus is in their life.
But on August 17th, 2021, everything changed.
It's crazy. I was down in Arizona at the constituency meeting for Northern California Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I was in my hotel room. It was Sunday morning. I got a text about 6:30 in the morning saying, "Hey, we've had a fire. It's a little fire. Don't worry about it. Stay there where you are." Of course, I immediately checked out of my hotel room, got in a rental car because I couldn't get an airline flyback, drove back, got back to camp about, 1 o'clock in the morning or so, and realized that we were in for the big one. And when I say the big one, the Caldor fire was the 14th largest fire in state history and burned just at 200,000 acres.
Immediately, Craig and the staff began to make plans to evacuate and protect the camp.
We got the horses out, we got the animals out of the nature center and those kinds of things. We thought we were going to stay and kind of protect the place, but the fire was at least 100 feet over the tops of the trees. Our trees are 100 feet tall, so you have a 200-foot wall of flame coming towards us. Sounded like about 25 jet engines trying to take off all at once. And so we scampered out of here it was about 11, 12 o'clock that night when the fire rolled through. And we scampered out, came back less than a day later, and began putting out fires for the next 2 weeks. For the next 2 weeks, the maintenance guy and myself spent our days 24 hours a day, we did shifts, putting out the spot fires that were continuing to try and burn the camp down. We had 960 acres. Basically 900 of those acres burned. When I left, I drove out to the front gate out there, and as I was leaving, I stopped the car, jumped out. I was by myself. I was headed home to my own home to evacuate my house. The sheriff had been by and said, "It's time for you to leave." I looked back, and all I could see was just the red glow of the fire. I expected when I came back to find nothing here, and I was shocked. You have no idea how shocked I was when I drove back in. And the sign was still there. And then I drove around a corner and Terry's house was still there. And I thought, well, man, did we lose anything? And of course we did. We lost a lot of things. But the things that we needed to do ministry at Leone Meadows were left. Coming back in and seeing what was left, I was thrilled to see what God had done to not just restore, but to safeguard what we needed to do ministry here at camp.
Although the majority of the structures were spared, the Caldor fire did significant damage to the camp. The cowboy camp and nature center were lost, the fire bowl and amphitheater burned, and the inn sustained structural and smoke damage. Not everything was lost, but there was a daunting amount of restoration work to be done. That's when Craig called Maranatha.
This project came together because Maranatha has the skill set to bring volunteers in and do really profitable, very appropriate projects at camp. Things that we can't have camp without certain things running. We need a campfire bowl. We need a clean cafeteria, clean cabins, things that are smoke-free. We lost all of our pump houses. We lost all of our outposts. We lost so much. And so much of that needed to be rebuilt in order for us to have camp, that I knew that Maranatha, A, had the expertise, but B, they had the power, the people power to put us back in the running for ministry at camp.
6 months after the fire, Maranatha volunteers were on site working hard to help the camp rise from the ashes.
It's nuts. I mean, I made a list of, like 4,000 or 5,000 things for them to do, and they came, Maranatha got here, and about one day into it, they wanted to know if there were more jobs to do because they'd already pretty much gotten the ones done I'd given them. And I just laughed, said, oh, sure, we've got more. But, Maranatha's just been killing it. I mean, just getting it done.
Many of the volunteers are serving because Leone Meadows holds a special place in their hearts. They're determined for the ministry to continue on into the future.
My grandkids went to camp here. One of my daughters went to camp here. She went to handicap camp. My grandkids actually ended up working here for 3 years. I've come to men's retreat, so it holds just a very special place in our hearts. And when we knew the fire had gone through, the first word out was on Facebook, it's destroyed, it's gone, there's nothing left. And it was just real heavy. And so when we heard that this project was happening, we had to sign up.
For Ron, coming back to the camp was bittersweet.
As we drove in, my heart was real heavy. I had a hard time fighting back tears, and it's still hard because of the utter destruction. It was just unbelievable. And as we drove in, we didn't know what to expect. And then we get here, and it was like God had literally placed his hand over the middle of this camp and saved it. And as we went down and looked down beyond the meadow and cowboy camp, it's all gone. There was nothing left. But yet God saved Leone Meadows. It's here. God is so good. And he's so good to allow us to be here to help.
Scott Fowler is here with a group of students from Redding Adventist Academy who chose to serve at Leone Meadows over their spring break. He too understands the value of the summer camp experience in the lives of young people.
Camp is it's a place where the kids can go, they can be themselves, and they can learn about God, and experience nature and get experiences that they couldn't have anywhere else. I mean, I don't have a ropes course, I don't have a golf cart, I don't have a go-kart racetrack. I just physically can't provide those kind of things for my kids. So it's important for them in their spiritual journey and in their growth as human beings to come to a place like Leone Meadows. When I was a kid, I had Sunset Lake. That was closest to my house, and I went there multiple summers, and I knew what that meant to me, and I wanted to have my sons have that same experience. And I think that's why Liam, my oldest boy, pushed so hard for us to come down on this trip, and that we could make this trip together before he graduates high school. I think he wanted that time to give back himself to his peers so they can experience this special place as he experienced it, and just restoring it to where it needs to be.
Throughout the course of the project, 141 volunteers worked on tasks such as splitting wood and reframing and painting rooms.
We can't do the speed of this guy.
They performed repairs to the camp's railroad tracks and constructed a new amphitheater. No matter the task, the ultimate goal was to return Leone Meadows back into a place where people can come and meet Jesus.
I am stoked at the thought of having people back, guests back at camp. Not just because it's a cool place, and it is a cool place, neat place, But all of the staff miss the ministry that goes on. I mean, we miss that. That's what we do. And when we don't have people here, we are not engaged in ministry, we feel lonely, we feel out of place, we wonder if our jobs mean anything, because all of us, all the staff here, we're ministry focused, and if we don't get to do ministry, then we don't feel right about the world.
Craig's dreams are becoming reality thanks to the hard work of dozens of volunteers, and he is immensely grateful.
I feel like my job during this week is just to go around and tell people how much we appreciate what they're doing. It's not glamorous work. A lot of the work here is just picking up sticks, raking, burning up the pieces that need to be cleaned up, cleaning walls. I mean, it's not fun work. You're not building the Taj Mahal or anything. But what I'd like to tell them is thank you for giving us an opportunity to do ministry this summer. Their hard work will turn right around. It absolutely will mean that kids will come, kids will be saved, kids will accept Jesus because of the hard work that the Maranatha volunteers, who, by the way, are incredible. When you meet them, you go, wow, I don't even know if we're going to get any work done. Next thing you know, they're like getting it all done and wanting to know what's next. They're pretty cool people. I like them. We'll keep them. We'll just keep them around if it's okay.
We're all here for one purpose, and that's to serve others, to serve Jesus more importantly, to help kids be able to come here, learn of Him, and go to heaven. And that's what Maranatha is about. That's what Maranatha is all about, saving souls for Jesus.